So, hello! So, I just wanted to make a quick video just to talk about how, a girl, like it's just a young girl, can travel on her own. A couple of months ago, back in May, I went to Bali by myself for 3 weeks, just with really no plans on meeting up with anyone, just going and having a good time, exploring, I guess, myself, eating a lot of good food. Yes? A lot of them are pretty nervous if they want to go travel on their own or really want a travel buddy to go along with them. I just wanted to give some tips and just some things that a lot of people don't think about when they travel on their own, especially for young girls. I know that a lot of parents get really nervous or are a little iffy about having their daughters travel by themselves. So number one, traveling on your own, I thought, was probably the thing that gave me the most independence I've ever really received. I go to university right now, and I think that university does help immensely as far as housing goes, as far as budgeting goes. But once you travel on your own, you're in a completely different environment, different culture, where you have no idea who anyone is. As I was traveling on my own, I really had no set itinerary, no one to really follow. So I ended up the last week just traveling around the island. I went to Candidasa, I went through Uluwatu, went to Kuta, Seminyak, so a lot of different areas that I wouldn't have been able to do if I were with, I guess, a big group of sorts. I think traveling on your own also really shows you a different outlook, because I think a lot of people who do travel with groups or with their families, they do have a kind of a set itinerary they follow by. They kind of go with the flow, maybe stay at the hotel for a couple days, maybe go on a tour, and they do very touristy things. But I guess traveling your own, you're kind of forced to do things that are outside your comfort zone, do things that you want to really explore, and it just gives you a very different outlook on travel. And I think that everyone should really travel on their own, especially young girls, because this is probably one of the first times they're traveling, and really shows a defining way of how their travel experience in their life can really be impacted after this one trip. Biggest tip I have to say, biggest tip has to be travel light. One thing is that no one is going to be there to carry around your stuff, so you want to make sure that you yourself have pack as light as possible. Shampoo wise, conditioner, any of your toiletries, make sure you have the small packets. Remember, just small things, you know, if you have contact solution, you have a travel pack contact solution, because all these things really just do add up and stuff, and you really want to make sure that you only bring things that are necessary. Tip number two, this one is pretty unique, especially for depending on the place where you travel, but be ready to bargain. As soon as I got off the plane in Bali, I literally, as soon as I walked out of the airport, I had to go bargain to find a taxi that will bring me to the Ubud volunteer center. I think that traveling on your own as a girl, particularly, people are going to try to take advantage of you, and just remember, like, be determined. And that's tip number three is be ready to defend yourself. If you have an opinion, like, speak out for it. Don't be afraid. Don't be timid enough. Like, people are going to take advantage of you for traveling on your own already. So just remember that if you have something to say, don't be afraid to say it, and make sure that you're strong enough to, like, state your opinions. Tip number four, make friends. Even though you're traveling on your own, that doesn't mean that you're supposed to be by yourself the whole time. At the volunteer house, I ended up making some pretty good friends with them, and they were the ones that I ended up traveling with the last week of Bali when I was there. So definitely just go in knowing that you may make friends, you may not make friends, and that either one is completely okay. But I was really grateful for the friends I made in Bali, and I still talk to them on the regular. So definitely, like, you will make unexpected friends that you wouldn't have had if you were traveling with another person. That's another thing, run it on your own schedule. Like, you are a free bird. Do as you like, is your own time, and you better make the most of it, you know? Tip number 6. This is probably a really important one, but material things don't matter. No one gives a crap about whether or not you're wearing makeup while you travel. No one really notices whether you're wearing makeup. No one notices whether you're wearing the same item of clothing. So I think I wore makeup probably around 3 times maybe in my 3 weeks in Bali, and then I think it was for like special occasions where we would decide to wear makeup, but other than that, we were just too busy. Like we were so like consumed in, I guess, living the lifestyle that we didn't need to wear makeup, and honestly, it was fantastic. And finally, just the last thing, and this is kind of a forewarning for, I guess, young girls as well, especially who do want to travel. I think that what people need to realize as well is that you spend more than you think. So save up. Save up for months in advance if you know you're going to be taking this trip. I'm just definitely trying to save at least half of my income to future travels as well. So it's just really important that you save up because you will probably spend more than you think that you're going to spend. So you definitely want to be able to be more flexible. If you want to have brunch, then you should feel free to have brunch. You know, you should try to live life that you wanted because it is your travel time. It should be everything that you want it to be. You shouldn't be crunching down to pennies. It's worth the journey, I think. I think that you get stronger every day by being on your own, and this is just in life in general. If you want to, like, if you need to go to the bathroom by yourself, you don't need a girl to go to the bathroom with you, so just go on your own. Like, you can go to the movies by yourself, go eat dinner by yourself. It's just the art of being alone just makes you a lot stronger as well. I mean, I love socializing. I'm a very friendly person, I like to think. And I really like hanging around people, but I also love the time that I'm by myself, especially as well, because I think that that's the time where you grow, especially is when you're really in your own mind and really with your own, I guess, mindset. So these are my tips. So check out my Bali video here if you haven't seen it just yet. But otherwise, leave a like, leave a comment below, and if you have any other suggestions of videos that you want me to make, I will be glad to do so. So once again, bye!